Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm Stefania. I thought it would be nice to do a book haul since in October I bought a lot of books. It was my birthday, so this is what happened. And I realized that I haven't done a book haul in forever. I think it was last year, so this is definitely too much time. And I thought, why not doing it today? So let's get ready because I'm about to show you a few books. When I say a few books, I mean about 15 if I'm not wrong, but I might be wrong. So let's get straight into the video. Let's start from the first one, which is this one, Spellbound. I wanted to read it because I thought it was perfect for autumn. I still have to read it nowadays, and we are in November, about the middle of November almost. But because other books got priority, but I really want to read this one because it was giving me definitely just vibes. I saw this and I was thinking, okay, I should read this between October and November, and this is what I really want to do. I'm just gonna show you the books. As you can see, there's nothing, let's say nothing special about this edition, but I was really taken by the plot itself, and let's face it, this cover is wonderful. All of this shiny thing, let's say it's this metallic effect, I love it. So this was the first one that I'm showing to you. The order in which I'm showing them is not a particular one, it's just how they appear to be in my hands. Then I've done a thing that I've never done before, which is buying a book that I already own, and it's this special edition of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I love this series so much, and when this special edition came out, I couldn't say no. It's the first time in which I do something like this, which is buying a book that I already own just because it's in another edition. By the way, in Italy now they have announced that they're gonna make the whole trilogy came out in a single book, and it's gonna have something similar to this, not exactly like this, but I will not buy that one because I'm already fine with this one. It's wonderful, it's beautiful. I don't think that there's gonna be the same thing for the second and third book because I saw that who came out with this version usually does it only with the first book. I don't know why. Like, if you do a series, do all the books. Anyway, I loved it, and it's perfect to put it in my library on top of the 3 books. Actually 4 if we count the little prequel, the novella. And another reason why I loved buying it is because I've bought the whole series in English, so I'm fine with having this one in English as well. And now it's time for this beauty, Legend and Letters. Let me tell you why this is probably the winner when it comes to the look of the book. I still have to read this one, so I hope that the inside will be as good as the outside of it. You might think, what do you mean when you say it's the most beautiful? First of all, because in Italy we've decided to get the best of both worlds, because you see this cover, but underneath it there's gonna be something amazing. But let's start from let's look at these spray edges. They're wonderful. They're wonderful. And this is the cover, or better, the dust jacket. And here's what I was saying, if you're gonna take it off, you're gonna get this other wonderful edition. This is why I think that Italy has the best one, because we have them both. And in the inside we have this beauty here. The inside is like this, and this other beauty. So you can literally choose which one. You have them both. And the inside is a full poster. So I'm absolutely in love with this one. This one is another book that's screaming autumn to me. It's definitely giving me cozy vibes, and I can't wait to read this one. I am gonna read it pretty soon because for the book club in which I'm in, it's the book that we've decided to read for, let's say, December. We're gonna meet and talk in January about it, and so I can't wait to read this one. And I hope that the inside is gonna be as wonderful as the outside, because this was definitely worth the money. Let me tell you one more thing about these books that I'm showing to you. This one with wonderful spray edges. They're not special edition. They are the edition that just came out in Italy. So you can find them in every bookstore. This is the decision that they've done. And I am absolutely in love with it, but at the same time, prices aren't as low as you could expect. But compared to nowadays prices, they're not even that high. Like, this one was 22 euros, which I don't think it's too much considered the wonderful job they've done with this one. But as I was saying, you can find them all in every bookstore here in Italy. Then I'm gonna show you these 3 books all together because they're from the same author, and it's an Italian author, and they're for sure not out in English, so I'm just gonna go through them a little bit fast. And these are the 3 books. This is the last book. This came out this year, and since I was reading it with a reading group I published, and I've already read it, so technically this is not in my TBR anymore. It was a wonderful read, yes. And then these 2, and what I love about her books is that this edition here, they only cost 3 euros and 19, so less than 4 euros. And this is why I always end up coming on with something by her this year, because I've started reading her books and I really like her writing style, so I am in love with the idea of having to buy them when they're this cheap, because it's wonderful. It's hard to find books that are this cheap in Italy. So we can put them away. They're not special edition. This probably is the one which is a little bit more, let's say, elaborated in the inside. But other than that, there are no surprises, neither under the dust jacket and neither in the edges. Then I bought the Secret Garden. Actually, it's wrong to say I both, because it was my birthday, as I've said, in October, and Feltrinelli sent you an email that allow you to get a free book between a long list of books. The book has to be from that list, and it has to be under 15 euros, and this is the one that I've decided to take. I was pretty curious about it. I've never read it, and I don't know when I'm gonna read it, but I think this is gonna go in the new year, because I don't think I have enough time for this book. The only thing that quite of disappointed me is this. I was hoping for this to be a little bit bigger inside, because especially if I start reading and it's already evening, my eyes have problems. So I rather have books which have more pages, but with let's say something a little bit bigger inside. But anyway, I think I'm gonna bring this one in the new year, and then we're gonna see what's gonna come out of it. I hope to like it. And I really like this edition. Like, the cover is wonderful, it's gorgeous compared to other edition of the same book, so I'm even happier about it. Then, let's say TikTok made me buy it quite often. I kept on seeing this book everywhere on TikTok and also on Instagram, and it was definitely giving me autumn vibes. I mean, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. How could it not? This is in English, because in Italian it's not out yet. Plus, when it comes to romances, I love reading them more in English if I can, because especially if there are spicy parts, they're not always well translated in Italian. Sometimes it's bad to read them, like they're not wonderful read. As you can see now, it's a very normal edition, no spray edges, nothing different inside, and this is why it's definitely cheaper compared to other books. I can't wait to read this one, and I would love to read this one in this month as well, between let's say the middle end of November if I will not make it by the beginning of December, because it's really giving me autumn vibes and I can't wait. Another one is Talk Bookish to Me. This is the Italian edition. Let's say that they're doing it a lot now in Italy. They're not always translating the title. If they're doing it, sometimes they do it with hardcover, and inside the dust jacket there is the title in English. Extremely normal, nothing special about it, let's say, when I'm talking about, of course, the look, because a book can be extremely normal in the outside but be incredibly amazing, especially in the inside, which is 100 times better. If you can have both of the words, it's gonna be better. But the only thing that I hate is that when Oscar Wilde came out with paperback, I'm not really happy, because they really don't know how to do paperback, and usually the spine is like hell. I don't want to around the spine. I always try to keep it as smooth as possible. Like, I want to read the book and have this looking like this at the end of it still. However, they're not amazing at doing it. They don't have good quality when it comes to paperback, sadly. And considering it's a paperback, 14 euros, it's not even that high. There are other books which aren't hardcover, which are extremely more expensive. Nowadays, buying books is starting to be something that not everyone can afford. It's sad to say, but this is how things are going. I can't wait to read this one. I was really curious about it, and I'm a reader. I love to read, so of course, if you're gonna put the word bookish in the title, you already win me. So I can't wait to read this one. I don't know if I'll manage to read it this year, or if it's gonna be one of the first to read of 2024. We're gonna see. Then we're gonna go through another, let's say, fantasy special edition, which again, it is special because of the edges. Maybe it's better to show it in this way. But it's not like something that you get with Bookish Box. It's not something different. Is the standard edition that came out in Italy, and this is A Deal with the Elf King. As you can see, this is what I was saying before. The title is in Italian, and look at this. But in the inside, they've left the original title in English. They've been doing this with several of their books, and this is how it looks. And what I loved about it is, well, there's the map and all, is that in the inside there is also a letter from the author, and I absolutely loved it. They left it here, let's say the copy of the original one, and they put the translated version here. I loved it, and look at this, it's so cute. They are adorable. It's literally like the author is telling us how they should be, and I loved it. And by the way, this is a book that I'm showing you, but it's not in my TBR anymore because I've already finished it. This was a book that I bought, first of all, because I was pretty curious about it, and second, because I was reading it with a group of people and I was very excited about it. It's wonderful, yes, but let me tell one thing, the inside is not as good as the outside. It's a book that really flies by, yes, you're not gonna, let's say, feel like it's gonna take forever to start and finish it, but it's nothing special inside, sadly. And it's not even that cheap because it's 24 euros. And it's not a big book, like, they can't even use the excuse of using too much paper for it. They're gonna just justify the price because of this, which, by the way, is gorgeous, but as you can see, is not really perfect. Then it's time for the second book of Dreamland, which is Terms and Conditions. As you can see, they've tried to keep the original color, but the color isn't the same one. And this is what everybody noticed in Italy. Everybody was commenting and was like, why not the green, why? And they said that they've tried with the original color, but to do this, it was impossible. They said that the result was unlockable, and so they had to change color. This is why we have this one in pink. Look at it shining. Now, if you followed my previous videos, you know that I've read the fine print is here when it came out in Italy. And I was a little bit disappointed with the spicy scenes because they were really impossible to read in Italian. The problem was how they've been translated. I was really thinking of not buying the second in Italian, but then I was like, okay, I already have the first one in Italian. I can't have the second and third in English. I just can't do it. I've decided to buy the second one in Italian as well. This is the outside. This is basically the reason why they couldn't use the green, because apparently doing this was disgusting. I don't know. This is what they said. And the inside is normal, and every single time there's a new chapter, this is how it looks like. But this is gonna definitely be gone from my TBR before 2024. Then of course it was time for this one. The second book of Tea, which is A Venom Dark and Sweet, and they've done it. They did the sprite hedges in this one as well, like for the first one, which was incredibly gorgeous. I have high expectation for this one, because for how the first one was ending, I was waiting for this one for so long. It came out at the beginning of the year, like around May, if I'm not wrong, in Italy, and I was waiting for this one because I wanted to know what was going on in this one. I hope that this one is gonna be better. Like the first one was a little bit hard to get inside because the beginning was very slow. But I can't wait to read this one. And this is, again, the inside is the cover with the original title. Of course, they left everything in Italian here, so you can choose if you want it in this way or reverse in the other way. It's up to you. Then the book is extremely normal. There is just the title here in the spine, and it's the title, and the fact that it's the second book of Tea. And there is this little snake, which I already know why it's here. Like, if you've read the first one, you're not surprised by it. And I would love to be able to read this one before, let's say, the end of the year. But I don't know, because I already know myself. I have already so many books that I want to read before the end of the year. But I have a strong feeling that if in December it's going to start snowing, and the closer we're going to go to Christmas, the more I would want to read Christmas books. That's who I am. And then it's finally time for the latest book, which is this beautiful one, The Affair of the Moon Goddess, which is amazing for the edges. Then we have this jacket, which inside, here is the surprise, is not the English one, is another version. They've already done the same thing with another book this year, and it's wonderful. So you can definitely choose whether you want it on this side or in this one. So I definitely love this, and the book is like this, which is gorgeous. And the thing that I'm most excited about it is that I've heard so many wonderful things about this book, and I can't wait to read this one. I was waiting to buy it because it's not really the cheapest book. And in the inside, the first thing is the map. And then this is how it is, you know, part 1 and all the chapters. But as I was saying, this is 26 euros, and I was waiting to buy it, but in October I've got a discount code for books and I've used it on this one, so I paid this one less than 20 euros, which is perfect. So these were all the books that I've bought in October. As I've said, some of them aren't in my TBR anymore because I've already read them. I can't wait to read all the others. and I hope to be able to talk about them pretty soon. As always, thanks so much for your support. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give a thumb up and to subscribe for more videos like this one. Let me know with a comment if you would love to see more videos like this, so more book haul or more bookish content in which I'm gonna show you, for example, a book that I've already even read, if it's in a special edition or something like that. Let me know it with a comment. As always, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye!